Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Stan Show 2.0. I'm Stan Arthur. And why is it 2.0? Because of our brand new recording studio, Mountain View Recording in Western North Carolina. I have an open invitation to anybody in Western North Carolina who wants to travel here and be my guest on the Stan Show 2.0. We can talk about your politics, your religion, your art, your music, your proclivities, whatever you want to talk about. Just make the arrangements. Come on here. I'd love to have you face to face here in the studio, and we can go at it and make a fine podcast for everyone concerned. Now, if you're not in the Western North Carolina area and you want to fly in to be my guest, you can do that too. Or you can also call in. We can do a Zoom type thing and have you on as a guest that way. I'd love to have you. Just got to make it happen. That's all there is to it. What am I going to talk about today? Well, look at here. There is a red card going around in Mexican restaurants all over the United States. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. This red card right here was seen in a Mexican restaurant in my little town here. Not only in one Mexican restaurant. Let me back up a little bit. We have a population of 1,750 here in this little town, and we have 4 Mexican restaurants, and these little red cards are on the counter at every Mexican restaurant. Let's take a look at them and see what they say. It says, I do not wish to speak with you, answer your questions, or sign or hand you any documents based on my Fifth Amendment rights under the United States Constitution. Well, that's cool. That's a good thing to be thinking about, right? Is we have rights as American citizens. I do not give you permission to enter my home based on my Fourth Amendment rights under the United States Constitution, unless you have a warrant to enter and it's been signed by a judge or a magistrate, and it's got my name on it, and you slide it under the door. All good stuff, right? Good stuff. I do not give you permission to search any of my belongings based on my Fourth Amendment rights. I choose to exercise my constitutional rights. Well, that's great. That's awesome. And I'm glad to see that there's an organization out there that's doing this. But why are they in Mexican restaurants? Wait, what is this organization? It's the Immigrant Legal Resource Center. I guess they want legal immigrants to know about their constitutional rights now that they are American citizens. But wait, there's something else at the end of this thing. What does it say? These cards are available to citizens and non-citizens alike. Well, why in the world would you want to make something like this available to a non-citizen who doesn't have constitutional rights? Think about that for a second. Well, let me show you what I wrote. I'm going to put down here as my thinking on this subject. Well, these cards are being placed on the counters of Mexican restaurants all over the country. They are being placed there by the Immigrant Legal Resource Center, a nonprofit NGO, that is a non-government organization that seeks to misinform illegal aliens about rights that they don't have, as they are not covered under the Constitution of the United States. The ILRC is encouraging non-citizen immigrants to break the law in the desperate hope, of course, that they will be allowed to remain in the United States and become Democrat voters without being U.S. citizens. The big question is, how is the ILRC being funded? What have we learned lately from Doge and Elon Musk and the people working for him? Well, my intuition and experience tells me that it's your American tax dollars paying for these little red cards on the counters of Mexican restaurants. They are seeking to misinform illegal aliens and make them feel that they are covered under the Constitution of the United States for some reason. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on that. And maybe somebody out there is an expert in this field and could maybe, I don't know, look it up and see what's going on there. And leave it in the comments. Let us all know what's happening with the Immigrant Legal Resource Center, one of these NGOs, nonprofits. How are they funded? Well, we need to figure that out. We absolutely need to figure that out. So much good stuff has been going on since Trump has regained the presidency. It's Trump 2.0, and no one could be more excited about it than I am, because a lot of good things could happen within the next 4 years, as long as that man is still drawing breath, and we pray and hope that he continues to do that. Well, why else am I here today? Well, I have another little Twitter post, little X post I want to share with you about this man right here. This man is named Lowell H. Lytle, and he is 93 years old today, February 17th, 2025. And this is a very, very special man to me. He is, you can see he's convalescing right now. He's recovering from I'll tell you what, let me just read to you what I wrote to him, my dedication to him today on the occasion of his 93rd birthday. My greatest mentor in life, Lowell Lytle, is 93 years old today. He is still in rehab from a broken shoulder, and I am 600 miles away from him and not able to get to him today and wish him a happy birthday in person. He was the founder and president of Young American Showcase from 1970 until 1990. I personally spent 13 years in YAS. I was an entertainer and a motivational speaker, traveling all over North America, talking to and performing in front of secondary school students. And it was a real way of life for a long time for me and my wife. Lowell was the best teacher and influencer a young man could have ever hoped to have in his life, especially somebody like me who didn't really have a father influence around. He was frequently reminding me that I have one life and it will soon be past, and that only what's done for Christ will last. God bless you, Lowell Lytle. He's still a true Christian warrior, and he's still witnessing to anyone with ears to listen to him. And he is my hero, all-time hero. And I hope that you throw up a prayer for Mr. Lowell Lytle today as he's still recovering. We had an amazing 90th birthday for him with a reunion of Young American Showcase members where over 100 people showed up, and bands played and everything. It was just such a good time. And now he's 93, and we are not ready for Lowell Lytle to leave this earth. So, sir, we hope that you make a speedy recovery and that you are still among us. Well, that's all I got for you today. I don't want to belabor the point. I really appreciate you joining me here today, and I really hope that you will consider liking and subscribing on YouTube to my channel. That's how YouTube channels get to proliferate, is when more people like and subscribe and leave a comment. And it's pretty much the same thing for X. You need to press that little heart button to give me a like and help me proliferate my podcast on X. Also, please leave comments. We want to know what you think about what I'm doing here. And I hope that you join me again for The Stand Show 2.0 in the next episode. Thanks a bunch, and we'll see you next time.